Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today is Saturday. It's about 11 a.m. and it's pre-race day. We are running the Great Race 10K in Pittsburgh tomorrow, so we're going to get our final run in to just tune ourselves up and get us ready to go for tomorrow. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have been a mess the last few days. So if you watch my last video when I was in Oklahoma, I haven't been feeling too well. And I think I've got it sorted out. I got a prescription filled the other day for Singular. My allergies have really been acting up. And no, it's not COVID. I'm good. I know not everybody does this, but I get so frustrated now where it's like, if you sniffle, it's automatically COVID. You look up like remedies for an allergy that you've had your entire life. You know it's coming. And the first thing that comes up is, you should go to a doctor, like right now. You need to go to the emergency room, call 911, you have fucking COVID. No, dude, I just sneezed. I'm taking my mileage really slow today, and quite frankly, the last few days, just to rest up my legs and keep my heart rate lower. Tomorrow's gonna be really interesting, and I'm really nervous for it, so we're gonna find out what we can do tomorrow, because this is gonna be a legit race. I got a good night's sleep last night. Okay, so I went to bed at around 10:30, which is early for me. So I was rolling around for like literally 2 hours, because I'm anxious. I believe that you should get a good night's sleep 2 nights before the race. That's like the most important. I actually don't know the science behind it. I don't research it. I've just been told that, so I just kind of buy into it now. But this was like the first time, and I don't know how long that I didn't set an alarm. I just kind of let myself wake up naturally. Coming up on the turnaround here, I always count this. I just freaking crushed my elbow off of that thing and like broke my phone. There's a reason why I have so many damn cracks on my phone. People always see it and they're like, what the hell did you do? It's because I do stuff like this. I'm so reckless. I could never, ever have like a super expensive camera, like one of those $8,000 Canons, because I would just destroy it, man. Just hit 3 miles, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little bit of fatigue in my legs this week. I don't think I have to taper for a 10K. My dad's all over me about it. He's like, you should take a day off. And I'm like, unless it's like a half marathon or something higher than that, I don't really think so. The intensity of my runs definitely has gone down. I'm just gonna train through it. My mileage is gonna hit about mid-60s this week. After this run, I should be at about 52. So nothing I can't manage. I mean, I've worked up to get to this mileage, so it's not like this is extreme for me. Depending on how things go tomorrow, I'll probably give myself a full day of rest tomorrow, which I haven't had, honestly, since probably June. I either bike or run every day, and my streak is getting ridiculous. So I think I've earned that right. Yesterday was a really strange day. So I was like super upset yesterday. My dad and I went to go pick up my bib and whatnot, and he drove the course with me to show me it because he's run it before. Really nice course. And I couldn't get myself to film or anything because in my head the race was chalked. Like I was feeling that deathly ill. I couldn't breathe, man. So I had to like make an emergency appointment with this doctor over the phone, and somehow I managed to get a prescription for Singular, and I got that picked up, and I took it and I ran like half an hour later in the evening, and I wasn't gonna run it all that day, and I ended up running 7 miles because I started to feel better. I'm like, shit, there's hope. There's 4 miles right there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like genuinely honest. If I went into tomorrow feeling like I did yesterday, I would have dropped out of the race. Okay, maybe that wasn't completely honest, but I would definitely run the race because I paid like $50 for it. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are gonna be cheering me on. So I don't wanna like let anybody down by just not doing it. I'll at least give it a shot, but I think I would have been winded going at my planned pace after 2 miles. And coming up on the end of the run here. And there we go. It always feels so weird doing that last run before a race. It's like, all right, we're ready. We put in the work and now let's see what we're made of. So I'm excited. I'm gonna do some sprint drills and striders. If you've watched my videos before, you know what that is. I'm not gonna be redundant and put it in the video again, so I'll see you guys in a bit.
Here's a question for you guys. You don't think it's amazing that they get bald?
I decided I'm going to ice bath today, and since we don't have, we're a showering kind of family, we don't do baths, so this is the only place I can really do an ice bath. Oh, I'm wearing shoes no matter what in this. Oh, all right, it's actually not that bad. This is, I mean, it's freezing, but this is what it's supposed to be. Oh my God. Oh, dude, this is brutal, man. It's actually not that bad. But, okay. Okay, it's about chest high right now. I'm probably gonna sit in here for like 15 minutes. This is actually really nice. Would it be frowned upon if I peed right now? We're 6.5 minutes in, and it says I've walked 1/10 of a mile. I don't know how that's possible. Wow. That was a 2-skipper. Dude, that sucked. "15 minutes in the water, we're good. Let's get out of here." Okay, so I've got my pre-race dinner. I really want to crack a Pepsi right now, or a Dr. Pepper, but I'm gonna wait. Okay, that looks all right. And I didn't think it was gonna come with garlic bread, but that's okay with me. It's race morning. Yay. I just put in context, that's why it looks like I'm crying. I am crying inside, but the race starts at 9 a.m. So we have a little under 4 hours to go. Here's today's fit selection. We're going all black. Got the hat, of course. We're gonna put the hair up. You already know. Look at this bib. Nice. It's a 10K. I don't know if I mentioned that, by the way. 6.2 miles. And we've got our racing flats. These are Sauconys. I forget which shoes these actually are. I'll put those on the screen right now, but I haven't really used them much since I got them a couple months ago, and I'm really excited. Now, I don't really have a set pre-race meal. I've never really figured that out yet. And normally I don't eat before I run because I usually just wake up and go run right away, and I run on an empty stomach. That's how I do things. But I'm just gonna have a banana right now, just for safe measures. I think this will be okay. All right, it is 6:30 a.m. and we're heading out. It is about 7 a.m. right now, and I don't know how much I'm gonna film. I have my dad, he's gonna be here on his bike, so he just left me. He'll be filming whatever he can to help out, but I like to do things I like to get places super early because I have so much anxiety, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit, hopefully. And also because it's different because of COVID still, the rules are a bit different with the start. They're doing a rolling start and there's no seated runners this year. So it's essentially a first come, first serve basis at the start. So I didn't want to get shafted and sent to the back or something like that. I want to actually race. I'd be so pissed. Something tells me I found where I need to be. Just something. Not sure what. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was getting really nervous because I didn't see any runners, and I'm like, this is the start line, right? It has to be. But thank God. The first runners have approached. Just finished my warm-up, did 2.5 miles. Feeling really good. I need to use the bathroom though. They finally got the start line up though, that's exciting. Good job, Zach! All right, so Dad, you want to give us a little briefing on what went down today? What conspired? When did it happen? And
I was on my bike and I watched Zach run by at the first half mile up the top of the hill on Beechwood Boulevard. And I was rolling down a hill pretty fast, and out of nowhere, I didn't know what I hit until after, but I hit something and I flew head over heels on my bike straight into the hood of a car. And if I wasn't wearing a helmet, I would be dead.
you want to tell the audience what that thing was?
Okay, so then after I hit and was laying on the ground, two what do you call it, Good Samaritans came over, saw the whole thing, and they said, you know, you hit a squirrel, we saw the whole thing. The squirrel bit it, and fortunately I didn't because I was wearing a helmet. If I wasn't wearing a helmet, I would have been dead because my face went straight into the hood.
And what's actually kind of comical about him going down in the race is right before he biked up to me and he said that, what was it, the wire for the gear came undone and it was like hanging. And I was joking about him eating shit in the middle of the race because of it. And a squirrel ended up taking him out mid-race. It just gets crazy.
See it right there?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the squirrel hair. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Its fur's in the tape too. That's where he was taping down the gear that came undone. I thought was gonna take him out, but a squirrel had other plans. What a day. What a day, guys. All right, I took the last few hours to simmer down because I've been a little riled up. I'm not gonna lie. Genuinely, after that race, I was pretty pissed off. There were so many odd things that happened today, making things... It's just comical when you think about it. The race did not go anywhere near the way I planned it. I had paces that I wanted to follow, people that I wanted to stay with, and it just fell apart immediately. Towards the end of the first mile, I noticed something was wrong. I noticed a little side stitch coming on. At first, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, this never happens. One, I rarely get cramps. I have to be having a really messed up day. I gotta be eating like shit. I do that a lot, actually. And the fact that it came on that early, come on, man. Before I even hit the 5K mark, I was genuinely having thoughts of just dropping out of the race. I was literally doing that thing where you're kind of like leaning off to one side, but I was still running pretty fast, remarkably, thanks to the shape that I got myself in the last 4 months. I finished in 13th place or something like that. I mean, I guess I have to live with it, that's life, man. And regardless of what happened, at least I got some cool gear. If you guys want to see what I got from the race, I paid like $50 to run the race, which I guess is kind of expensive, but I got some good memories from it. We got a squirrel joke to make now in the family, but I got this great race shirt. This will come in handy. You're gonna see it in a lot of videos going forward. I love it whenever footage gets corrupted and I have to re-record what I recorded earlier. But anyway, guys, I got this bib here, and I recommend if you run a race to keep your bibs and on the back write the time and just stuff about the race, how you were feeling if you want to go that far. It's good to look back on and document things. I also got this Allegheny Health Network bag, which I can take shopping whenever I want. I actually don't really go shopping much because I'm pretty much a feral cat and would rather eat out of the garbage than get out there and do something about it. Hand sanitizer. And actually, these medals are kind of dope. This is like my favorite color. Look at that. finished in 33 minutes and 20 seconds, and according to my watch, I stopped it right when I crossed the finish line. It was 6.3 miles, and that's a bit longer than a 10K. My dad, I have a little interview with him from earlier just explaining the situation because I think it's better if he says it than me. And I want to touch on that a little bit before I end the video. After the race, I spent 45 or so minutes doing laps around this big field, and I was just looking for my dad. I'm like, all right, there's just so many people, I'm just having a hard time finding him. I'm looking for his bike. No luck. So eventually I give up and I walk about a mile towards where we're parked. I get to the parking lot and I sit there for an hour and a half. An hour and a half. So I'm like, you know what? Something might have actually happened to this guy. So I give it one last effort and I walk all the way back to the starting line. And that's where I find him. And immediately I could tell something was off. And I see like dirt on his hands, he's all cut up. I'm like, what the hell happened? The first thing he says to me is like, I'm in bad shape, Z. And I'm like, I can tell. But everything is good. The car that my dad crashed into, we're getting that all sorted out. It wasn't a hit and run. The squirrel pulled a hit and run actually, and he paid dearly for that. When I got home, I was so pissed that I shaved off my mustache. I'm like, I don't deserve this shit. It's gone. It'll be back. But that's the headspace I was in when I got back. It was dark times. It was dark for a little bit. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed, and hit that subscribe button if you're new and want to see more content like this. And we're gonna bounce back, guys, and I will catch you all in the next one. Deuces. That was cringe. I'm sorry.